Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Director Call and Above. We have over 55 directors and above on this call. Congratulations. That means the patch works, the system works, and we are working, right? I want to give you a big hand for everything that we have been doing together as a team. Because as Savvy Vargas says, together we win. And that's true. So let's talk about how we win. We win because November 21st to November 27th, that was 1 week, was our highest week ever. And I want you all to give yourself a big hand because that is a big deal. We did 3 million in volume as a team from Peter and me down in 1 week, or that would have been a 4-week trend, right? 3 million in 1 week. It was 713,000, but then I times it by 4 to give what a 4-week trend would be at that high rate. I want you to know that 3 million in a month is, the company does about 300 million. So to know that we did in 1 month 3 million, or if you took that by 12 months, that would be like 33 million. I mean, that's we are a huge team working together to win. And I also want you to know, Peter and I have been in other big companies, and a trend of a $3 million month is bigger than even the biggest person that we know of in another network marketing company. Okay. I just want you to understand what we really are, because sometimes we are so giving, so of service, so kind and of love that we may seem a little sappy. But no, that sappy wins because we're at 3 million. So congratulations to that. Peter, why don't you come in and talk a little bit about culture, leadership, and a picture of that.
Well, first of all, everyone, happy New Year's. Big congratulations to all our directors and above. It is a really big deal to be a director and above. Why is that? Because as you can see here, everyone, we have 74 partners here. Out of the 74, we have about 20 presidential directors and senior presidential directors on this call right now. So if everybody want to take a screenshot, this is the time where you can get everyone's picture at the same time. I just want you all to know, every PD and SPD was once a what? A director. We were all once a director. We were all once a senior director. We were all once an executive director. Now, what is the only difference between everybody here and all the directors and above here? Nothing. It's you. It's your time. So the reason why we're all growing, and congratulations to all the brand new directors. If you're here for the first time, kudos to you, because to get to this level, you must have developed 2 managers. And what is the heartbeat of our team? It is developing managers. But what does that really mean? It means you're identifying a workout buddy, not a bodybuilder yet, okay? A workout buddy. That means you've gone through the process of the 3-3-3. You've gone through the process of getting into the gym, which is the podcast, the daily patching podcast, which is the nuts and bolts of our system, okay? We cannot get to this level, everyone, without a system. This system now between Marci and I is over 3 years old. To be in this position today, starting 2023, and I think the magic number here we're hearing is everything's 3s, right? 3, 3, 3, 23, da 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 da. So, but my magic number here is 2, okay? This year in 2023, wherever you are in your business, whether you're a senior presidential director, a presidential ED, SD, or director, I want you to go into your heart. I want you to go into your whole mindset, your whole career push, to develop, identify 2 best friends, 2 workout buddies. Everything has to be in 2s this year. I want each one of you to even bring your 2 best partners to the convention, wherever it is this year. Why is that? Because if we can keep on duplicating each other, remember, this whole business is about what? Duplication. But this organization is now going into the 4th year of this team, meaning that we are in the senior year now. Marci and I are going to the senior of our college years. We have seen so many people graduate early. Who here likes to graduate early? Some of us graduated freshman year. Some of us might have to go to sophomore, maybe junior. I don't care if it takes you 4 years to graduate here, but which should not take you 4 years, okay? But if it does, that's okay. Because at the end of the day, in your career, in your lifetime, to get to this level, you know you've changed 2 families' lives.
Yes.
Okay?
For,
So let me see who that is.
I got it, Peter. Go ahead. You can go on.
Okay. So I just want everybody to know we are in network marketing. You know, this group right here is in charge of lighting up the world. You took this on. You made a decision to be here with us. You made a decision to say yes and activate your health. But you've also made a decision to give time, energy, and effort to share this technology with people. How are you going to get rewarded for that? You're going to have to reflect, ask yourself that. How do you want to get rewarded for that? What do you want? Do you want more health? Do you want more time? Do you want more financial freedom? Good, take it. But the only way to take it is, again, you got to learn how to develop 2 people with that same vision and mentality. So I'm not going to take up too much time. I do want to have Marci and our leaders share a little bit more of what has been built. But each one of us here, everyone, look at this culture now. Marci and I have built to this level with all the leaders. This whole system that you see here today was not developed by 2. It was developed by everyone. Each one of you, when you show up to the podcast, you're giving this culture energy. And what is this culture about? This culture has never mentioned and talked about money on any of our presentation, on any of our podcasts, unless it's a compensation plan. That means this organization is pure. That means this organization really, you don't have to tell people when they come to the podcast and when you invite them and they see for themselves, whoa, Denise, I can't believe this culture that you guys don't talk about money. How did you do that? It's exactly what Leah just put. This team has heart. And I'm telling everyone, do you guys know that the economy is looking not that great? Do you know that people are stressed out of their butts and their heads? Do you know that people are looking for hope? And when they find a team like this, or when they even find a community like this, people want to be part of this. So use this to your leverage, okay? Use this to leverage yourself. And I'll leave it with this. This economy is not going to look that great. Do you know that each one of you, we are all responsible for our own economy? We are building our own economy, everyone. To do 3 million points in a month, I'll tell you this, you times that by 3 in terms of dollar, that's $10 million, Marci, in that month that we sold. 3 million points equates to about $10 million of patches sold. That means if you get paid 60%, 60 cents out of the $10 million, $6 million, everyone, went back into each one of our pockets. Whether you made 50 bucks, whether you made 500 bucks, whether you made 5,000 bucks, or whether you made $50,000 that month, it still went to each other's pockets, into each other's economy. So this year, I want to challenge each one of you. How many, especially the directors and above, because this is a leadership call. I want to make sure we all understand what the word leadership is. Does everybody understand what the word leadership is?
No, what does that mean exactly?
To me, and what I've heard and what I know, the best leader, the only leader in my eyes, is someone that helps their people feel safe. Are you doing the proper behaviors to help your teams, your business partners, your customers feel safe? Are you doing the proper things every day? Meaning the proper system. Are you walking the walk? Are you doing the 3-3-3? Are you sharing and learning what you need to do and share that skill sets with your teams? Are you helping them feel safe? I know you are. That's why you're here with us. That's why we're called the Be Activating Team, because we're all servant leaders to each other. Again, it starts from the top down, and I'm looking at Marci down, okay? When I say Marci down, all of us, Dr. Rhonda and Marci, all of us down, okay? We all help each other feel safe, and that's why we are in a safe space to become better as individuals. Does that make sense, everyone? Each day, you are becoming better as an individual when you're learning this process of the 3-3-3 and sharing this technology and sharing the skill sets. And that's how you're going to identify your workout buddies. And that's how you're going to develop your bodybuilders. That's how you help people grow. You cannot hurt your people. And especially in this organization, that's why we work very, very close with our personals, their personals, and their personals. And that's why you get paid 3 generations deep of your good personals. Does that make sense, everyone? And this is our messaging for this year. We're gonna go deep. I'm going very deep with my organization. One leader, one personal at a time. If we're there, if they're not like you, or they're not thinking and better like you, then you have to reevaluate more than ever today, because we don't have much time left, everyone. The world needs really strong leaders today. The world is ready for strong leaders, and we're gonna pump out these strong leaders, okay? Because people are in need, okay? It's easy to lead people these days, but we have to pre-qualify them. We have to ask the right question. Are you the right person to work with, okay? That's what it is. And then you patch them, make sure that they want what you want, which is health, time, and freedom, and we move forward from there, okay, everyone?
And
this year,
Peter,
go ahead.
well, let's just take that. Just, you know, Peter's big picture, I'm detail. Let's just be honest about who we are. That's why we're such a great fit. So let's take what he says. Together we win. Servant leadership, leading with the heart. Amy had a great one. I'm sorry, I didn't write it down yet, but just the idea that we are together, we're together with heart. Let's be honest. So when he says you need two partners, one on your right, one on your left. Peter's on my left. Mariah, I personally rolled on my right, 2. Okay, that's what he means by that. And when he means going down first, second, third generation, that means Peter's my first generation. That means I need to dig down with Peter and say, who's your second? And he's going to say, well, my second generation is Savvy. Well, let's see, make sure Savvy is doing well. Who's Savvy's third? Who's Savvy's person? That would be Peter's third generation. And what it means by doing that, it means taking their hand. It means, for example, I'll give you an example of atomic habits. One little habit at the time. 3-3-3 ask, share, give is our system that has us go atomic habits, right? Doing the work to make what Peter says. I ask all of you to look in your organizations, pick 2, and then go down 3 levels deep and hold hands. And what do I mean by that? My girlfriend and I, Lisa, basically asked me to hold her hand last week. What did we do? We went down her organization and we called everyone in her organization and we said, hey, would you like to do this work with us? And we said, the work is let's work 1 hour a week together and let's call your list together. Okay, let's expose the X39 together. Let's make Zooms together to share how the business works, right? And so we got into influential people's lists this week together. So next week, what am I going to do? I'm working with Lisa and Jennifer for 1 hour, and we're calling Jennifer's list, right? That's what we're doing. And we're going to do 333 ask, share, give, but we're going to do it together. And that puts third party edification, third party, right? I am right in there. I am third party for this group for that hour. Do you understand? I think it's important that the leaders start taking the hands and being third party in it with the people that you're building. That's the atomic habit. Amy, you're shaking your head. Yes. What do you think of that?
No, absolutely. I agree with you 100%. And I started doing that towards the end of the year, working with smaller groups, right? Where
Right.
you could drill down and get to be more intimate and know who they are and what they need. And it worked really well, Marci. It worked really well because we have these big training calls, right? And they're all awesome, but sometimes people are afraid to talk, right? In a larger group. So when you scale it down and have these smaller Zooms, people are more open, and you get to know them more on an intimate personal level, and we can find out what do they need, or what are they struggling with, what are their obstacles or challenges. And so I think it works really effectively.
And what was really interesting in this, I train a lot, text and talk and talk and text. If you leave a message, you got to leave a text to book the next appointment, right? That's what we do. But what was interesting when I did it with my other girl, Naomi, I realized that it wasn't working as well for her. But when we left the message together, she merged me right in, and we said, hey, we really want to share this with you, and I'm Marci, and this is a great technology and a great business. And we hung up the phone, and then she texted this person and said, hey, that was us leaving you a message. Do you have a time to talk for 20 minutes with myself and Marci? And I opened up my calendar. So right then together, what did we do? We made the call. We texted the next appointment. I opened up my calendar, and you know what? She booked 7 appointments. You know what I mean? And that's, we can do that for each other. Third party edification is just relationship plus influence, right? Influence is just the person that doesn't know the other person, right? It doesn't have to be me. I'm just saying, working in twos, the energy of twos to book the next appointment. What I saw this week is I got some teams moving that way, and that was more of a atomic behavior, a little habit. Peter, go ahead.
And I think what we'll do is we can start those pod trainings, exactly what Beamy wrote. These pod trainings that we've created now, all the directors here, again, we're talking to directors. If you feel like you don't have an upline or something happened to your upline, please reach out to the next upline or the next upline. Call up, and then I guarantee you it's going to be to a next ED, PD, or an SPD, okay? If you don't reach out to Marci and I, we will find out who your groups are. And this year, again, we're going to focus on, if anybody's lost, we're going to gather you. That's why Marci and I and all the leaders, we've been doing a lot of private gym times or these little pods to gather people who are lost. Meaning, again, maybe your upline, something happened, but then there's another upline and another upline. And if that doesn't work, we're going to bunch you into another group. What we're trying to say is nobody needs to build this alone at this level, at a directors and above.
Where is Jan Rand? Are you there? Jan, are you on the call? I thought she was.
Yes, I am here.
Oh,
Can you put your name, number, and email? And then people that are on chat saying that they don't really know who their upline is or know who their partner would be to do that, you call Jan. We'll get a list. You send it. Jan will send it to Peter and I, and we will find matches. Okay, it's important.
Yeah, I get that periodically, and I'm really good at researching and finding out who to call. But I'm always here to help everybody. So,
Yeah,
Good.
And just so you know, Jan is not only is she a presidential director, but she works for me as logistics and also as the detail as our team gets bigger. And she's a great place to go. And she's right in line with both Peter and I. She can get everything to us. So that's a great place. She can kind of house the information so we can be of service. Sorry, we kind of got off topic, but I think it was a good topic, right?
No,
Peter.
and who do you call Jan Rand? That's right, Steve. So, and I would, as we're moving forward, this is our very first directors and above call. Whoever is here, we have 96 people on this call, everyone, 96, okay? From this point on, we're in January, we know you're serious. Are we serious? I can see your eyes. It looks very serious, okay? We're all serious, okay? So let's take.
Peter, I got a couple other things I wanted to add that. So finish your thought, and then I wanted to ask the 3 questions.
I'm just saying this moving forward, all directors and above, let's hold your hand. Go through the next couple of months. Wherever you are, I'm just telling you, push yourself and learn and duplicate all the way to convention, because you can be an executive and a presidential director by convention this year. If we all just grow together, we need your input. You tell Marci and I what you need, and we're gonna apply whatever makes sense to help the directors get to where they need to be, okay? So please reach out to us. So go ahead, Marci.
Yeah, so, and people are saying, who do we call? Jan, why don't you write your name and number in chat one more time? If you guys need to know who your uplines are or who hand you hold, Jan will create a list for Peter and I, and we'll sort that out. So the next thing I just wanted to ask, and you guys can comment now, you can think about it and send it to Jan so we have a list, but Peter and I really wanted to know what you think. We did great last year as a team. What you think we can do better as a team, and what you need from us, because we're starting the new year and we just want to make sure we're aligned with your needs. Does anybody have a few things they would like to say now? So once again, what did we do good last year? I know somebody has something that we can talk about.
Marci,
Sheila, yes.
I would like to say thank you very much to you for that conversation we had about creating office hours, because that has changed my life. So thank you. Mahalo.
Well, and I have to say, Sheila loves the office, and some of you like to come and some don't, and it doesn't matter. It's just there to be of service. Sheila uses it a lot. And, you know, she's a good converter. I mean, she went from kind of not really building a lot to now, I mean, she's a director and she does at least 3 silver kits and auto ships a week. I mean, she just doesn't stop now. I mean, I watch you. And from there, she's taking people's hands and she's building them. Like, she's doing it. And I don't know if I've told you this, but I've been watching you in the last 6 months and I'm very proud of you. I've seen what you do. It's amazing.
I want to say, Marci, you did a great job really understanding how to separate the trainings and the working. That, again, I'll double back that up. That has been the biggest change of this year in 22, to learn how to separate that and then add in those calls to work with our
I'll
team.
say the office call, it is working, not training. And we do some gifting, but we also train on Bob Campbell's idea of you don't have to gift to use that call. That's an accountability. What do I mean? Take a look at startx39now.com. If you like what you see, I can show you how to get a wholesale with a 30-day money back guarantee. I got Bob's script right down because I don't always want to gift either. So don't think that those 3 days a week of working is not a gifting call. It's an accountability time to do work. Okay. I just want to be real clear on what that is. But thank you, Peter. And thank you, Sheila. Anything else that we did good?
Marci, can I add something real quick?
Yes, you can.
I just want to thank you and Peter and so many of you leaders for always being present. It's literally been 3 years and you have not allowed your success to go to your ego, and you have met everybody where they are, almost no matter what, through this whole 3 years. So I love you for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Heidi.
Thank you, Heidi.
And
Yes.
Dan, too, Bob, Amy, so many of you. You guys are the best.
I
Well,
wanted to add,
if I may, I want to thank you guys for building the culture of caring and sharing. Ooh. Amy and I have never seen that.
Yeah.
I wanted to add, if I may, most of our team is international. I want to thank Marci and Peter because some of us here don't speak English. So I do my best to convert it or translate into different languages by mimic of Peter and Marci in the system, of course, Jan Rand too. And they were so very helpful in transitions into from English to Thai to Lao and Cambodia or Chinese or Vietnamese. I just love that because it's not easy bringing the whole group together, but it makes it much better because you guys have the system or we have the system. Thank you for that.
Welcome.
Yep.
And I would like to say something that I'm so grateful for you, what you've created, and that you've opened it up to include not just your teams, but other groups that are in working. And that is just extraordinary in network marketing. And I happen to kind of fall in that. So I'm just super grateful for what both of you have done like that.
You know, Beamy, I'm going to piggyback that because Marci and I, everyone, if you don't know, if you're brand new, we have worked together for over 12 years. Our previous company, we were known. We were the #1 sideline workers, sideline supporters for our old company. We brought that culture here, and to be the #1 team in the entire North America, everyone, we have the most executive directors, presidential directors, and senior presidential directors in the whole company. So thank you, Beamy, for acknowledging that. And each one of you, just know, when you say you're working with the #1 team in North America internationally, that carries all the weight for us, okay? And just know, sometimes we don't care about titles, but titles just tells everyone how many people we helped. So the more titles we have, it just shows how do you build an organization to over 40,000 brand partners in 3 years. It's because of how we work, everyone. So Bob, I know you and I laugh about this all the time. We have conversations all the time. And to all the directors, just know our leadership, our SPDs and PDs, we don't even need to talk to each other every day because we all don't create new things. We don't make up new things. We are just in the flow because we all already are responsible and we know exactly what to do because we all lead with what? Trust and safety. So I just want each one of you directors, senior directors, whoever you are, you're gonna grow, learn, and absorb all this because you are the future of this team, okay? We're leaning on each one of you, and that's why we're so hard sometimes, but soft in a good way, okay? But we're hard, meaning that we want to stick and make sure everybody understands and learns this skill set. It's
And
so
Peter,
important.
it
okay?
is 10 a.m. and so we want to move quick. We want to move over to our traditional training. But before we do, Marcus had his hand up. Let's just let Marcus say what he wanted to say, and then we need to stop this recording and go. Marcus, I saw your hand, honey. Did you still have a question? Did you still have something you wanted to contribute?
Yeah, I did. Peter kind of hit it right at the very last there. I like when you're hard. I like clarity. I like to hit my head against the wall when I'm going down the wrong tunnel. So, you know, when you do that for us, it's good because you're my business partners. And just like my love life, I like strong partners that call me on my stuff and challenge me to do better. So don't be afraid to do that.
Thank
Please
you.
encourage
Marci.
us.
I'll do it with love, Marcus. I
And-
do it with love.
Oh, we
And-
love you
and-
too, Peter.
And just so you know, we're getting so many people in chat giving us ideas. Tammy, I saw your Spanish comment. Please, there's so much there. I need you guys to call Jan Rand and she will make a list of what you need from Peter and I. Okay, so Tammy, make sure that whatever's on chat, I get it to Jan so we can like start working on some of the things you need. Deborah, your hand was up and then we'll move on to the next meeting.
Thank you. I
You're
just
welcome.
wanted to say I am so grateful for the way that you and Peter lead and the other wonderful people who lead the podcasts, for the systems, for the websites. You all have done such an awesome job to support us. And I am so committed to just rise to the top and welcome in as many people as possible. Thank you,
you're so
Marci and
sweet.
Peter.
You are such a light. Thank you. for
Thank
that.
you. You're such a light. I love it. Thank
I'll
you.
leave with this. We're all responsible for one, and not one person is responsible for all, okay? So we're all responsible for each other.
Okay, Peter, we're gonna stop the recording.